Hello there. Welcome to Syed's English grammar class. Today we're going to talk about the difference between the words between and among. Now you may have noticed that I said the difference between the words between and among. Now why did I use the word between? I could have used among, maybe. Well, the reason I couldn't use among and I had to use between is that I was talking about two specific distinct choices of words, between and among. That's why I said the difference between the words between and among. Now, you might think, or you may have heard, that between should be used for two choices and among should be used for the case where there are more than two choices involved. Well, that is true up to some extent, but that is not going to get you the correct answer all the time. Let's look at what the deal is. I mentioned earlier that I had to use between because I had to deal with two distinct choices. Now, the word two is not the most vital here. The word distinct is the vital one here. Why? Because if there were three distinct choices, I still had to use between. For example, if you're taking an English test to go to UK, Canada, or Australia. Now, you could say you made a choice between UK, Canada, and Australia because those are three distinct items that you're dealing with here. It's not about two or three here. If you're talking about distinct separate items, then you have to use between. On the other hand, among is used for items that are not distinct or individual ones. For example, if we think about the previous example that I used when I said you made a choice between UK, Canada, and Australia. If you say all of these three countries as a group, you can say you made a choice between three English-speaking nations. If you're talking about a group of people, you can say, for example, the news spread very quickly among the students. Among can also indicate that someone is a part of the group. He was glad to find a friend among enemies. Between and among can also give you an idea about location and direction. For example, let's think about the sentences. I walked among the trees. I walked between the trees. Now, when I'm saying I walked between the trees, this gives you an idea that I stayed on the path and there were trees on both sides. I walked between the trees. If I say I walked among the trees, that gives you an idea that I walked around in a forest or a park, sort of randomly among the trees. So you see how the scenario changes by using the word between and among. So that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.